Hi there, I am back. I'm using my iPad mini to record again. I just deleted a bunch of stuff off of it and disconnected it from the iCloud so that it wouldn't, I don't know, it's confusing, but I used my laptop. I used a really good high quality video cam, webcam from my husband, and the sound quality was awful on the webcam. It was supposed to be really good quality, and so the iPad mini, I'm telling you, like, for some reason, even though this iPhone is newer than the iPad mini that I'm using right now, I guess because the selfie camera is a smaller one than the one on the iPad mini, it's better. I like it better, so I'm gonna just stick with it for now. I'm really into simple, quick stuff. It's better to record than not record. This is my third take on this one, and I don't like that. I do not like it. It's not organic, and the stuff that happened on the very first take, you might not ever hear because the microphone wasn't turned on. And I got kind of emotional. I started talking about the political election coming up, some feelings, but you'll never get to hear it. I mean, I can repeat it, but it's not going to be the same. Anyway, I wanted to show you, this is later on the day that I took my hair, this is 5 weeks maintenance. Monday, on Friday I had a 5-week maintenance appointment with my dreadlock specialist at the salon here in Portland. And then I washed my hair last night, and then this morning I showed you a video of me after I just first woke up. Well, this is me after I take my hair down from the ponytail that I had it up in, way up high. So I want to talk to you about what I'm going to do here with products. I have been right here at the place where the dreadlock goes from dreaded to loose ends. I want to maintain the loose ends. I don't want to eventually have them all dreaded the whole way down. So I was deciding between using tightening gel and then palm rolling to get this little section to kind of like taper there. But then I'm like, well, tightening gel is for making dreadlocks, so that would be fine for up here, but I don't want this part to be dreaded. In fact, eventually, as my hair gets older and longer, I'll need to be trimming this up, which means that if I still want loose ends, I'll need to untangle some of this here. So the end result is not to make these dreads right here super tight. My end result is to loosen them up, make them fresh loose ends. So I'm going to use some of the conditioning oils that I got from Dollylocks. This one is coconut lime. Doesn't smell so bad. It smells kind of like a lot more like coconut than like lime. And then we've got fresh conditioning oil as well. All the same ingredients in all of these scents, just different essential oils. And the essential oils aren't making a huge impact on the product as far as usability. So for these conditioning oils, first ingredient is coconut oil. Next is avocado oil, jojoba oil, hemp seed oil, and then following that are the 100% pure essential oils. All are organic, everything. All of those things I mentioned are organic. So the fresh scent really doesn't have a lot of scent whatsoever, but it's nice. So I'll just use that there. I'm gonna go like this, right here. This part's dreaded, this part's not. Right here, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a palm roll type thing. I'm really trying to just get it to go kind of taper there. See, it separates again, but that's okay. I'm actually conditioning my ends right now. And then again here, and do that. A lot of times I do this with my ponytail in, but I am so happy with my maintenance appointment that I had with Debbie on Friday that I can wear my hair down. Wow, it's so cool. And I've always had my hair like thinned out. I've always had like fine hair, but just so much of it. So for me to have long hair, I just couldn't stand having too much all one length. So before I had the dreadlocks, I was always going to the salon, like probably every 2 or 3 months, and getting it layered. It's called seamless layers, and there were only a few people that could do it. And they would also do a lot of texturizing here. It's like a little special little, it looks like a comb with a razor in there. They'd cut like with a scissors type comb with a razor in. around underneath here to make those hairs shorter, so that those shorter hairs would kind of bulk up, make me look like I had more volume here at the crown. So I was doing that when I was getting my hair cut, because this hair is like this long, right? But I don't like it to feel heavy, and I don't like it to be in my face, and I don't like it that if I can't put it up in a ponytail, of course, you get all these things you gotta have. But I like long hair. So I would, experiment with maybe having a slightly shorter, and then like this last 2 times I went to get my hair cut before the dreads, I didn't know I was going to get dreads, but I was like, I like it. It's getting longer. It was like the middle of my back. That was the longest it had ever been. And I'm like, I don't mind. It's not driving me crazy. So just, tidy it up a little, do the texturizing, do the layering, everything, but like keep the length. So that's what I was doing before. So this hair, it's dreaded for 5 weeks now. And that means that there's a shedding that would have happened. My hair would have thinned out slightly. It wouldn't be quite as heavy if I didn't have dreads. But that shedded hair is still in here. That's how dreads works. When it disconnects from your scalp, it's still stuck in the dreads there. So this hair is not feeling heavy. It's not too heavy to feel comfortable leaving it down. Kind of stands out a little from my head still. I've washed it twice since I had the maintenance appointment. Every other day, basically. And it's probably not going to always be washed quite that often, but it's been hot outside, and I just really, and also after maintenance, it's pretty tight, some of these, and they loosen up slightly as far as from your head. They'll loosen up, so they're like laying down a little bit better after you wash it. So I did. And I knew that I was risking possibly some of the maintenance, some of the hairs that she had pulled in, the loose hairs, might come out and be a little more frizzy, but I knew I was risking that, and I just decided to do the washing anyway, and I like that. So this is one of the, I'm pretty sure this is one of the strands that she did not do maintenance on. She chose not to. How I told you she was doing every other one. She was going to maintain every other one on the top layer that you can see, just to give it more natural look. Well, this is one that she didn't do maintenance on, because you can see there's more loose hairs around. Now, I wouldn't want her to get rid of any of these loops, because I want those loops. Those were put in there on purpose by her. But here's another one that she did maintain. You see how the loose hairs are a lot shorter? Because she pulled them in there with her loose hair tool that looks like a little latch hook. There is one very cool one here that I'll show you that she maintained this. She did maintenance on this dread, but she left that loop and she just like sort of tightened it in. And so that's become immortalized. I don't know. But that's kind of a wacky little thing there. Okay, don't get all kinds of dirty thoughts. I started to get a dirty thought there, and I'm not going to, about what things look like and everything. But that's not necessary. We can keep it clean. We can keep it clean here. I don't think, no, she didn't maintain this one. She did not do maintenance on the body of this dread. It still looks cool, still looks very cool. But it's got these loose hairs, so I can use, the tightening gel on that. I think I got a pretty good dough on the conditioning oil. The ends are looking good. I'll give you a little spin around so you can see the back. See, I'm going to pull my hair here for the front so you can see this here. Nice long hair. And then the back. Cool, huh? Hair I always wanted to have. Mine, right now. Loving it. Loving it. So then when my dreads get more mature, and that's what I talked about on the one that didn't survive, the second take. So I learned about like maturing, like what dreads look like mature. What is the difference in quality? What is it? Debbie talked to me about it. So she said, if you're going to her and you got them installed with her and she's maintaining them, specifically maintaining them, about every 2 months or so, then your dreads will probably become mature between 8 months and a year or so, just depending on your hair. And when they're mature, the difference is that your hair is locked up. And the part that's locked up is going to be the part that's 8 months old or so. Not the stuff that's from here up. You're still going to be getting maintenance on the roots a little or whatever. It's not fully mature there, but that's the natural look. It's okay. So locked up hair would be this stuff. Not on me yet. I'm not locked up. I'm adolescent, teenage kind of dreadlocks. That's what these are. These are about teenage stage. But when they're locked up, they're going to be like matted, like a mat. And matted, that's the word. I'd like to find a different word for it. But the difference is that, your hair, you're not worried. It's not going to come out on its own unless you try and very purposely take it out. It's there. It's solidified kind of on its own path now. So you can use some different products in it. And you do need to, because it's so tight that it's not going to get the oils from your scalp in there anymore. So you'll want to take care of your hair as it goes into the maturation process. And also you might want to use some of this. Like this is the travel size of the pomade that she sells, that Dollylocks makes. And this is the one that looks like the chocolate mousse. And it's made from coconut oil. But, I noticed that the first ingredient here is this thing I've never heard of before. I'm going to mispronounce it. Something butter. Okay, so I think it's ILLIPE, butter. Organic, of course. Ilipe butter? Next ingredient, cornstarch. Next ingredient, distilled spring water. Then coconut-based emulsifier. Shea butter. Coconut wax. Mango butter. Avocado oil. Coconut glycerin. Hemp seed oil. Jojoba extract. Rosemary oil extract. Candela wax, grapefruit seed extracts, essential oils, mineral color, organic. This is for mature dreads only, it says on here. This is kind of like Dollylocks' alternative answer to, because she's vegan, the products are vegan, so it's bee-free, meaning no wax. Well, people are controversial about the wax thing anyway for dreads, so this is not wax. This is a pomade, and it's softer and it's not sticky at all. It's not sticky. So it's not going to make your dreads tighten up. It's not going to get them to stick together the same way if they're not mature. It'll like give them it'll dress them up a little bit though. So if you have mature dreads and you want to dress up the roots, like any little frizzies and stuff, you can use this pomade on there. And I'm going to be doing that for sure. I'm looking forward to it. Earlier than mature. Ooh. But don't tell Debbie. If I did, it would just be on here. It would be on the part up here. It wouldn't be on the body, I believe, of the dreads. I don't want to mess with the maturation process. So I wanted to let you know that. What else? This hair around my face here that's not dreaded, I am having trouble with it being oily. And I'm probably going to get a complex about, I don't know, but I'm using this right now. This is sort of like a dry shampoo. I like it better than the dry shampoo that Bumble & Bumble sells. This is Bumble & Bumble's thickening dry spun finish. And I need to spray this on. I've got to keep the dreads out of the way. And then I got to go, and it's very it's like a puff of smoke kind of. Maybe it's just blowing air on my hair. Who knows? No, it's not. It's not. They've got all kinds of wacky stuff in here, especially alcohol, hydrofluorocarbon, 15%. Okay, so that's probably something bad for the environment. Whatever. Silk powder is one thing. Denatured alcohol is the second ingredient. So, yeah, this is going to dry out your hair, but this is going to make it so it's not greasy. And so, see there? And then I should use a blow dryer and blow this out. But you know me, I don't really feel like it. And I'm not going to pull that out, but blow dry it on camera here. So, another thing you could use is this stuff, this dry shampoo by Dollylocks, but that's going to be locking. It's a locking powder. So I don't want this stuff to get dreaded. But I will tell you that I've used it on this, and then it's around my face. So then even though I don't use it on my scalp, when on my face that it touches and it starts getting a little oily here, I've got a little brown on my face then. Looks like I've got some dirt on my face sometimes when I use this locking powder on this hair here. So I'm not sure about it. I think maybe I'll be using the dry shampoo more on it since it's not dreaded and I'm not wanting it to dread. But this hair is pretty cool. This is like the hair I wanted. This is the dreads that I wanted, and I'll let them get long. And when I let them get long and they're mature, then I can use them a little bit more to like tie around each other and stuff a little bit. I don't think I'll do it quite as much when they're not mature because I want to take good care of them and make sure that they're healthy and strong as they mature. I don't want to put too much tension on them, but I did want to show you that. I wanted to tell you that, and I wanted to say that we're about to have an election here in the United States for the presidential election. And I had a conversation with a cousin of mine, a distant cousin, and we talked about the candidates that are here for election. Like there's two now. There's one from each of the two main parties that are going to be running. They're going to be the presidential candidates that are the main ones. And I had thought that it was going to be a sure thing as far as who wins. I thought it's not going to be a real competition as far as who wins, but he was saying that if something bad were to happen in this country maybe before the election, people might freak out and they might want certain type of president to be president, and it might make it more likely that one of the candidates would be elected. It might make it a lot more likely that the male, not because he's male necessarily, but because we would want a big, strong, bully kind of president if there was some kind of attack on this country before the election. And I said, really? Because I thought maybe we would want someone safe bet. And we'd go to the safe bet and vote for her. But he was saying he wasn't so sure that that's how the American people would vote. So I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen. You know, I hope we don't have a crisis for one. I hope we don't have like any kind of attack before the presidential election. And two, I really hope that, you know, I hope that we play it slightly safe on this one. I'm not saying that I voted for her in the primaries or anything like that, but I know that we're probably going to have to make some tough choices when it comes to voting for president this time. So, don't want to get too political on you. Don't like to stay so serious, but, you know, it was just something I was thinking about, and I am trying to be open-minded, you know? I mean, I'm not necessarily only like voting one party or another. I was very much... at first, you know, John McCain, you know, he seems like a very reasonable person. So he would have been someone I would have considered to vote for. So, I don't know. You know, I have to say that, you know, in my age of 40 years old, I don't know everything. I definitely will never know everything. But yet I really care about people, and I care about people that I know who are Republicans. I have so many people dear to me who are Republican voting. They vote Republican, and I don't love them any less for that. I am very grateful to have those kinds of people too in my life. And I also know a lot of people that are very liberal or vote Democrat or just like would never even consider not anything but voting for Hillary as a Democrat politics, you know, political candidate. So I don't have my mind made up about everything, but I do have some opinions, but I try not to get too, you know, sure of myself, because really it's always up for debate. It's really, you know, something that could, I would like to know that I could change my mind about things. It's kind of how I like to live my life, is just like, well, this is what I think for now, but who knows? So this is a short hair here, a little clump of hair that looks like it might have gotten accidentally like cut. And I had tried to crochet this in at the root back here, but it looks like it came out again. And then there's another one right here. And I might, you know, because Debbie was maintaining only the bodies of my dreads. She didn't do the roots. She chose not to. And because she said I had done a pretty good job with maintaining the roots myself before the appointment. So, but I did tell her, if I find this, because, you know, she was going through it all and we didn't see it when we were in there, but here it is again. I told her I'll let her know and I'll come in and she can put it in for me and maybe it'll stay in. I think it's long enough that it should stay in. So those two, I could just do a little quickie little appointment with her and she'll do that. Instead of me going ahead and doing that myself, I've decided not to do it anymore. So I will see you all later and don't forget to subscribe. It would be cool if people subscribed to my channel. I think I might have 5, maybe even 6 subscribers by now. I'm not sure, but it's very cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of this.